Okay, so now we know what they were talking about. This is why Trump had members of the military on their knees rolling out a red carpet. Why Trump flew like 5,000 miles from his house to meet him. And this is why Trump extracted 0 major concessions on Ukraine. He doesn't give a shit about Ukraine, and he doesn't give a shit about foreign policy. It's always me, me, me. It's all because Trump wanted election advice. Timu tweeted this morning. I am going to lead a movement to get rid of mail-in ballots and also blah, blah, blah. Very expensive, seriously controversial voting machines. As we should have guessed, this all comes down to Trump and power, because Putin has figured out a way to destroy elections in Russia, and now Trump wants that for us. And I gotta say, for a guy who posts shockingly stupid shit all of the time, this part blew my mind. Remember, the states are merely an agent for the federal government in counting and tabulating the votes. They must do what the federal government, as represented by the president, tells them for the good of the country to do. I know this will be news to Donald, but the Constitution actually dictates that states run elections, which is why Trump is looking to Putin for advice, because Putin successfully pushed through a constitutional amendment in Russia, which eliminated term limits. Not that any of the laws in Russia actually matter, because Putin's allegedly been elected over and over and over with more than 70 or 80% of the vote. Now that every major election monitoring organization in Russia has been deleted, and now that every major critic of Putin has found themselves on the wrong side of a bottle of poison. But here's the thing, MAGAs. Putin doesn't like Trump, and he doesn't like you. What Putin wants is the destruction of the United States. And now he's been given the amazing gift and opportunity of having the dumbest and most gullible motherfucker on the face of the earth elected to president of the country he wants to destroy. But I'm telling you right now, it is not going to work, because we are not Russia. We are better than Russia, which is why Putin wants us off the throne. He is using Trump, and he is using Republican voters. But I believe the American system is stronger than Putin and Russia. And I believe Americans are smarter and stronger than MAGA voters and Donald Trump. I believe the courts will shut down whatever bullshit Trump tries to pull. I believe states will fight to retain control of their own elections. And I believe, when it comes down to it, that when we successfully hold 2026 and 2028 elections, Americans will finish the process of rejecting Project 2025, and we will throw Trump, Vance, and the rest of his corrupt administration to the fucking curb. It's a miracle, you guys. Democrats figured out how to talk like normal people. For years, they've been using words like zealot and sycophant to describe Republicans. That is not regular people language. That is academic language. That is Democrat language for Democrats. I remember years ago Elizabeth Warren calling Donald Trump a bully. Do you know who calls people bullies? People who get bullied. Nerds. The thing is, Republicans are okay with the language of power. Dictator, tyrant, bully. These are acceptable words if you're the one who's still in charge. But you know what they don't want to be called? Weird. These are people who largely peaked in high school. They are profoundly insecure, and all they've ever wanted to be is popular, normal, and powerful. The worst thing you can be is a weird nerd. So yeah, it's effective. It's not the most convincing argument to me, but I'm not the target audience.